Good morning. I have arrived at the Dollar General warehouse. Got here about 20 minutes prior to my schedule, so that's freaking awesome. It's been a dreary, overcast kind of morning. Nevertheless, I made it here in 40 minutes, which is really good time, right on schedule. Some of the routes that I get, to me, don't make sense versus going like a little bit more highways. I understand there's fuel costs and restricted roads, but the one coming into here totally didn't look like a restricted road. But what do I know? I don't know. This place here, you had to park the truck and walk to the guard shack, and she gave me all my instructions, everything. This place is massive, like I was saying yesterday. I'm in bay 228. It at least goes to 300 all the way down that way to the left. Backing in wasn't too much of a problem. I've found so far that these larger places were made for trucks, so they allotted more room, which is freaking awesome. Being a new driver, it still makes me nervous backing up. Every place is different that I've been to so far. Here, I broke the seal, which is normal, and I had to put a lock on it because it was a high-risk load. When I opened the doors, pallets are all the way to the back, and what I could see was Palmolive dish detergent. I'm sure from here it gets separated and goes on its merry way everywhere else. So for here, I broke the seal, opened the doors, slid, got lined up, and then I did my tandems because, unlike yesterday, I'm going to do everything in my power to not slide the tandems to the rear before I back, because that was embarrassing. Luckily, there wasn't that many people there, but still, it took like 93 tries. At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. I got it in there nice and safe, right? That's what matters, and I was still on time yesterday. But one of the differences here is I had to completely unhook my truck. So I had to unhook my truck, pull a couple feet forward, drop the landing gear, unhook your lines, and I had to chalk the wheels. Then I had to walk like 20 bays down to like their little shipping area, which I had to walk through their little break area, I guess, for the warehouse workers. Man, they had a couple vending machines in there. You guys don't know, the fat kid in me was like, dude, go grab a Snickers and some chips. Do it now. Do it now while there's no camera. I didn't. I had to walk into the warehouse. I had my phone on me. I was going to try to get some video, but I know a lot of places they don't want taking video. But when I went in there, as soon as I walked into the warehouse door, I mean, there was 10 guys there, right there, and they were efficient, quick. But the warehouse, it's huge. I mean, it probably goes up 5 stories, and as far as you can see left and right, and as far as you can see, I couldn't see any of the other 3 walls. Huge. And that makes sense, right? Dollar Generals are popping up everywhere. And I'm not against that because the prices of everything have gone through the roof. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to start working on I can't see my pre-trip for the next load, but I know the addresses. So although Google Maps isn't going to take me the exact same way, I believe I have the routing instructions. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll start working on that. I had to do a verbal dispatch yesterday. First time I've done that. So I have to be at this next load. I'm going 100 miles to Arkansas. I believe I'm going to Arkansas. Or, Arkansas. Why? Why is Kansas, but Arkansas is not Arkansas? So I know I'm going north about 100 miles with this empty trailer. But the fleet manager's like very strict, like make sure that trailer is cleaned out, make sure there's no holes whatsoever. If I get to this next place and I have to be there by 4:30, if I'm late or I'm not going to be there right on time, I have to call in immediately. So this is all new for me, very strict. But I should be fine. They haven't started unloading me yet, but it is 12 o'clock, so I have 4.5 hours to get there, and it's only 100 miles. Depending on when they start unloading me, I should be perfectly fine to go 100 miles, especially with an empty trailer. And from there, I'm not delivering till tomorrow. I think I'm going all the way to the Gulf, all the way down past Houston. I think that's what it was. I think that's where it's at. I gotta Google map it. I'm pretty sure this load's going all the way to the Gulf, which if so, I've never been there. By the time I get loaded and get going, it's gonna be Sunday afternoon. I don't know what parking is like Sunday afternoon down heading towards Houston. Is it good? Is it bad? So we'll see. I'll gauge a feeler once I get going from being loaded. I'll get a feeler for how traffic's going, depending on where I want to stop. Unloaded. Exciting. It is 1:10. In the last few minutes, I had to get, rehook back up to the truck and the trailer, pull forward. The trailer was pretty dirty. And fleet manager called again while I was sitting here, making sure that I cleaned this trailer out really, really super well. So I did. It's freaking awesome. And instead of dumping all the crap out on the floor, I just put it in my little trash can right there. Try to be respectful of these places. While I was going over and scanning the paperwork and everything, the driver next to me, the poor guy has a flat front right steer tire. But I didn't know if he knew it because I can't find him in there. But I got out, went over there, knocked on his door. He wasn't in his sleeper cab. He came out, he was aware of it, but he was super thankful. And just trying to make sure all those drivers stay safe, you know what I'm saying? He was appreciative. I'm appreciative. I hope somebody does the same thing for me. Just got the new workload in, so I'm going to him to verify that my routes are good. And I am off to Ashdown, Arkansas. 100 miles. Let's go. Well, I've made it to Ashdown, Arkansas. It's supposed to be a preloaded trailer. It has been changed to a live load, so I backed into this dock and getting loaded. Fleet manager wasn't kidding about making sure it was clean. When I pulled in, I had to go to like this special dock area where they wouldn't even let me open the doors. They got there, they opened the door, and they visually checked inside to make sure everything was good. There was no holes leaking through. And especially that it was clean. Once that happened, this place is huge. And then I had to come all the way around, cross some train tracks, and then come over here. And really not a lot of trucks here right now. It's Sunday at 4:20 p.m. You feel them loading me. It's pretty heavy. Says it's paper product, so I imagine it's massive rolls of the cardboard paper. So we've hauled a lot of that, which is fine. Heavy loads, but they're pretty solid. I don't know what I'm going to do now because I can't deliver this load till tomorrow. I have plenty of time left on my clock. About 330 miles away, but the problem is I'm heading towards Houston. And you know how I freak out about parking, so it's 4, let's just say they finish loading me in the next hour, it's 5. I have plenty of hours to make it all the way to Houston, but that's 300 miles. That puts me 51, 52, 53, 6 more hours. That puts me at Houston at like 11 p.m., midnight. I just don't know. I don't know. What do I do? I don't know what to do. You guys tell me, what do I do? Seriously. I've made it to Lufkin, Texas. I drove for another 180 miles and I am done for the night. It is 9:20 p.m. I'm going to go get a quick shower and then I'll come back. And I laid out, I found that ground turkey, ground chicken. I found the ground chicken and I'm going to make that fajita. I'm going to throw the fajita packet in it. And I might eat some carbs. I might eat that mac and cheese that's up there. I'm gonna go get a shower. I'll be right back. Made it back from my shower. I got the ground chicken on right now, guys. The smell of it's not the best, not gonna lie. Ground chicken just doesn't smell good. And I got this fajita seasoning mix. Got my soda. And look what I'm doing. I'm doing it, guys. This is from my, it was either from my phase 1 training or my phase 2 training. And I'm just gonna put some water in it, get it in this microwave. I'm tired. I still have about a 3-hour journey tomorrow morning, and I have about 4 hours from the time my 10 o'clock runs out to the time I need to be there. So not super tight schedule, but I am going through Houston tomorrow morning on a Monday. So there will be traffic. So I should still arrive a few minutes early, but early and on time. I will catch you guys tomorrow.